Okay guys, so we've got the computer connected, just using a TV with HDMI, and we've turned on the switch to the power supply. Make sure you do that. So yeah, let's turn it on and grab your coffee, and hopefully it turns on. There we go, got lights, all the fans are running, and we've got a boot screen. That's good, that's a good sign. So once you're here, that means everything's all good. Just make sure you've got your fans running on your graphics card, CPU fans running, all your case fans, your RAM. You might have some lights going on it, that's an indicator that's going. You also might have a debugger LED on your board, and that might light up to tell you if anything's wrong. Right now the boot light is on because we haven't got a bootable device to boot from, so it's booting to the BIOS. But yeah, so this is what you want to have this sort of screen, and then just make sure that everything is up and running. So we've got the CPU here, that's all good. Got the memory installed, both of the two sticks there, you can see here, that's them there. Storage, we've got two SSD drives we installed, so we've got the 1TB there and 1TB here. Fan info, that will show you briefly that what speed your fans are running at and the temperature. So we're at 32 degrees at the moment. And yeah, that is pretty much it in the BIOS for now. You can do a BIOS update later on if you wish. It's not recommended by the manufacturer to do it unless you really need something part of the BIOS update, but I generally will just do it anyway. So yeah, now we'll go ahead and go through installing the operating system and all the drivers. Hey guys, so once you have booted up your computer and it's all working, we can go ahead and install the operating system and all the drivers. So first we'll do the operating system. If you go to the Windows Microsoft website, they will have Windows 11 at the moment, like a tool to download, so you can create a bootable USB drive, or you can use a DVD drive if you want. If you got a old CD DVD in your computer, or if you got one of them portable devices, you can use that. So what you want to do is go to their website, click on the Create Windows 11 installation media. You can download that. Once it's downloaded, open her up. Before I go ahead, actually, you will need to put in a USB you want to use or whatever, and make sure it's formatted. So just go Format, Restore to Default, and just start OK, and that will just format it ready to be used as your bootable drive. Okay, so let's run that install. Just let it sit there for a little bit. Go accept. And then you can untick it and just, yeah, select what you want. So you want, in my case, English, and I want Windows 11. Go next. And then I'm going to go USB flash drive, so it needs to be at least 8 gigabytes. Go next. Be this one here. You can refresh your drive list if it's not showing. And go next. So once that's done, I will get back to you. Okay guys, so we've got the USB stick done. So we're going to pop that in the computer. Okay. Then what you want to do in your BIOS is look for the boot priority. So this here, and you want to make sure you have your USB drive as your bootable drive at the first. You can also have a look in advance to see if there's the option for it too. Okay, so if we go to boot and settings, and you can choose, here you go, boot option 1, USB hard disk. That's what we want. So once you've done that, just exit out, save and exit, and it should boot from the USB drive. here we go. So you've got the windows set up here. So we just go English, English, and US, yep. Next, and install now. You can do your product key later on. Just go, I don't have a key. Select what version of Windows you want. In my case, I'm going home. Accept. Now you want to go custom, and you want to find the drive you want to put your install on. So if you're not sure what drive, you might have to go back to your BIOS to determine what drive you wanted. Okay, so you've just hit next and let it install. Okay guys, we are back. So that has run the installation. Now we're just going to go through the basic setup and choosing languages and whatnot. So country, Australia, and we've got US, got all different languages here. So yeah. And then skip, connected. Okay, so if you run into this issue, you might have to run a cable for internet, or if you've got Wi-Fi going. I do have Wi-Fi, but maybe the drivers aren't kicking in yet, or there's no Wi-Fi until I install the drivers. So we'll just go ahead and pop some internet in. Okay, so once you've gone through all the steps, it's going to load up here, and we have Windows installed. So now we'll go ahead and install the drivers. Okay, so what we're going to do is just go to Google to get the drivers. So you'll need your graphics card driver, your motherboard driver, see if there's any CPU drivers. Usually it's just software, and yeah, any Wi-Fi adapter drivers. Go to their manufacturer's website, and you'll be able to download all of your drivers there. So for this example, we'll go to search in Google my motherboard name. So I've got the MSI B550 MVDH. Click enter, go to the site, and you'll see it here. So I just want to go to support, and then click on to drivers and downloads there, and then you'll be able to see if there's any BIOS updates you want to do. In this case, we're just going to go for drivers. So pick your operating system, Windows 11 64. System chipset drivers are here. I've got onboard VGA drivers here, onboard audio drivers here, and LAN drivers here. They also have utilities if you wish to use their software to do so. I personally just get the drivers directly and run the installs on them. So what you can do is actually create yourself a folder to organize things, and just write, drivers, drivers. Then create one for, say, your motherboard, so Mobo. You can create one for, create one for the rest. So, yeah, for the Mobo, let's download all of them. We'll just go ahead, download that one, download this one, and download that one, and look for the latest versions too. This one here, and yeah, and we'll go this one. And we can do these two. Okay, and I'll get back to you once they are downloaded. So once you've got all your drivers downloaded from the manufacturer's website, you can put them all into a folder, for example your motherboard drivers or your graphics card driver. So yeah, just open them up, and there'll be like a setup.exe file kind of thing in the all your driver folders. So for example, the chipset, I'd just run this, so you run as administrator, and then that will just go through the setup and install. So that's pretty much all you got to do. So yeah, do that with all your drivers. Just go through them, run the setup, and yeah, got all your drivers setups all done and they're installed. You can double check by just going to device manager. So just in search, just go device manager, open that up, and then you should see everything's all good. No yellow icons anywhere. If there is, that means that driver isn't properly done or something's wrong with it. So you just have to go to that driver and you can, like for example, uninstall it. If there's an issue, you can just right click on it, uninstall, and then you go action, scan for hardware changes, and then that might pick up a native driver for it. If not, you'll have to go back to the website and see if you can find the correct one for it again. But yeah, that is pretty much that. Then the last thing you want to do is just Windows Update. So just type in Windows, and then you should see check updates at the bottom here. So just click on that, and then yeah, pretty much just go check for updates and install all of them. So yeah, that's it. So once done all that, your computer is good to go, and then you can start installing all your games and that.